Very good. All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, you will be introduced to a financial solution that can positively impact your life and the life of your loved ones. So we're so glad to have you here tonight. My name is Mark Hamlin. I am the president of my own company, which is called Freedom Lifestyle, and this is a program where I educate and empower people to achieve financial freedom. This is a totally separate program than what we're talking about tonight. I'm married to a lovely lady, and we have a beautiful 7-year-old daughter, and I'm an entrepreneur, and I also own a franchise. So it was intrigue and these challenging times that led me to begin the process of educating myself about tonight's topic. And I was fortunate to be the 16th person in the world to find out about this concept and I was also promptly became the first person to host a corporate presentation right here in Richmond, Virginia, where I live, in order to share the information with my friends and my business colleagues. So we're so glad to have you here tonight. Glad that you are among the first to find out about something we're going to share with you that's absolutely going to have a positive impact on your life. So let's go ahead and get right into it. What are we talking about tonight? Well, we're talking about money. Of course, money makes the world go round. We all need it in order to accomplish our goals, in order to take care of our families. So in general, what is the strategy that most people use in order to acquire money? Well, we know that most people work for their money. They trade their time for their money. There's nothing wrong with that. This is what the majority of people do. But the wealthy have another strategy. Their primary strategy is to get to the point where they can have their money working for them. And this is what leads to true financial freedom. And we'll be talking about that a little bit during this presentation. So this is two different philosophies. The first one is, of course, wages can make you a living, and of course, it can make you a very good living from time to time, maybe not so good at sometimes, other times very good. And then also, the difference in the philosophy is that profits can make you a fortune. So if you just got on the call right now, what I need you to do is to mute your line or to get on the cell phone and turn your computer speakers off. Because when you logged on, we hear a lot of feedback. All right? So this is what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to mute all the lines down. So let's do that. All right, very good. All right, so we talked about the different options in terms of generating money, the main difference in philosophy between people who work for their money versus people who have their money working for them. So we also know that money is the number one commodity all around the world. When there is an exchange of products and services, there is normally an exchange of currency. And so currency is the number one commodity and is traded in the world's largest marketplace. Now, it's kind of interesting because this marketplace is almost like it's a well-kept secret. And very few consumers are aware of this marketplace and definitely not aware of the income potential. It's kind of like a well-kept secret. So the question is, what is this place? Well, it's called the Foreign Currency Exchange. It's Forex for short. And more people are discovering the unlimited potential of the foreign currency market. So one of the things about foreign currency is that when you deal with foreign currency, it doesn't matter what's happening in the United States, whether the United States economy is down, you have other economies that are doing well. It's all about the exchange rate between one currency and the other. And as we go on, you're going to get a very good understanding of this. So let's just take a look at this marketplace, the Forex marketplace, in comparison to some of the other markets that you may be familiar with. The New York Stock Exchange, as you can see from the picture, does about $22 billion a day when it's open, Monday through Friday, and of course it's closed on holidays. But if you combine the New York Stock Exchange, the Tokyo Stock Exchange, and the London Stock Exchange, combine them all together, the foreign currency market does 100 times more than all three of those combined every day. If you were to look at the U.S. debt is about $3 trillion a year. The foreign currency market does about $5 trillion every day, just to give you a comparison of how huge this market is. And so if you can find a way to just get a little bit of this market, it can absolutely change your life. So there it is again, a $5 trillion in daily global transactions take place in foreign currency. So who are the companies that do business in the foreign currency market? Well, it's the hedge funds, it's the large insurance companies, it's the financial institutions, it's the governmental central banks. These are the institutions that deal in the foreign currency market. In fact, only 6% of consumers like you and I, we're called retail traders, even participate in this market. But you're going to see here in just a moment that if you can find a way to participate in this market, it can have a profound effect on your bottom line. Now, when you think about trading, it's actually very simple. Many of us have engaged in it, may not have even been aware that we were involved in foreign currency market. But when you travel overseas, for example, you go to another country, you need to exchange your U.S. currency into the current currency that you're going to, of the country that you're going to. So you've participated in the foreign currency market. When you return, you're going to do the same thing, turn that money in and get that U.S. dollars, so you've participated. If you've purchased any products from a foreign manufacturer, you inadvertently, you also participated, because at some point that U.S. dollar had to be converted into the currency of the country where the product was manufactured. Now, when you think about foreign currency, it has three very important advantages. The first advantage is liquidity. It's very easy to get your money. When you get involved in foreign currency trading, what you have to do is open up a brokerage account. And so we have a couple of them that we recommend. You open up that brokerage account. It's just like opening up an account with the bank. It's insured by the federal government. It's highly regulated by the SEC. Your money is totally safe. You control it. No one else controls your money but you. You can put your money in and get your money out within 24 hours. I made a withdrawal from my account the other day, and I had that money in my hand within 24 hours. So they can load that money on your debit card. They can put that money into your bank by way of a wire. So the money is extremely liquid. In addition to that, the foreign currency markets are very flexible. What does that mean? They're open 24 hours a day. So unlike the New York Stock Exchange, which is open from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, except holidays, the foreign currency market is open 24 hours a day from Sunday evening until Saturday morning. So you have the New York market opens first, then the London market, followed by the Tokyo market, then the Sydney market, and then it continues all over again. Now, the other advantage of the foreign currency market is something known as leverage. We're probably most familiar with this when you're talking about real estate. In other words, you're going to use other people's money in order to purchase real estate and to make a profit. Well, with foreign currency, you don't need other people's money. Your own money is actually worth 50 times more. It's 50 to 1 in the United States. So if you have $1 in your trading account, it's actually worth about $50 when you actually make that transaction. So that's a big plus for foreign currency trading. So now let's just take a look at leverage, because that's what we're talking about tonight. I'm going to show you how you can actually set yourself up for a 5 or 10-year retirement plan. And you're going to see why as you begin to crunch these numbers here. Okay, now if you were to take $500 and you were to find a place to get 5% a month, and you were to leave that money there for 2.5 years, that $500 would grow to over $2,000. Of course, we know this is the power of compound interest. All right, now if you had that same $500 and you left it in an account for 5 years and it compounded at 5% every month, normally you would think that the numbers would double, but actually it increases way more because of the compound interest effect. So you might be looking at this and you may say, well, where can you go to get 5% a month on your money? The banks certainly aren't giving it. You can't get it in a CD. Well, I'm going to show you where in just a few moments. So let's say you had this same $500 at 5% a month, compounded monthly, and you left it there for 10 years. You didn't take any money out. You didn't even add $1 in. It was just the $500 by itself. In 10 years, it would have grown to over $174,000. So hopefully this is getting your wheels moving, because if you're in a situation where you need to set up a retirement fund within a short amount of time, this is a vehicle that could potentially help you to do that. It's a sad statistic, but 50% of Americans at retirement age, they only have $10,000 saved up for retirement. 50% of Americans. I think the actual figure is like 48%. So it's dismal statistics in that area. So now when you combine money with the rate, with the time, it equals acceleration. And, of course, we've got the compound interest equation right there that absolutely works. So what are we talking about? We're talking about foreign currency trading. But we're talking about it in a way that anyone can do it, because we have a system that trades foreign currency on your behalf automatically 24 hours a day. So you may say, well, where in the world did this come from? Well, first of all, in 2008, the large companies that I showed you before, they began to trade using automated algorithms. This started back in 2008. And last week, actually it was on the 18th of February, Bloomberg published a report that said most of those large companies are now going completely to automated trading because of some of the issues they've had with insider trading, and also the fact that when the manual traders get there, sometimes they don't do so well. So even the larger companies are going to automated trading. They said by the end of this year, 74% of them will be doing automated trading. That's where computers actually do the trading based on algorithms. And so this is not new, but it's new to the consumer. It's new to the retail trader like you and I. So we have a company that created a software that's available to the consumer and allows them to trade in the world's largest financial marketplace with a system that's fully automated. It's set it and forget it, and it trades for you 24 hours a day while the market is open. So let's take a little closer look at the company. First of all, the parent company that I need to put on this PowerPoint is called Global Profit Technologies. They're traded on the over-the-counter, and the stock symbol is GLPT. And the person who created this software, the inventor of this software, is a gentleman called Joseph Nemeth that you see in the photograph here. Now, the industry experts said that this couldn't be done, but it absolutely has been done. And you can imagine a person who created a software like this, he has a few haters out there. You know, that's how the world is. But it took 8 years to develop this, 50,000 hours of programming man-hours, a lot of technical analysis, demo testing, live testing, and experimentation, and over $16 million to put this together. About a year ago, he began to keep records of the trades that were made. And so now we have records going back 1 year, and it's probably more like 15 months. And we can see how the system has performed to the penny over this period of time. So this software is capable of trading literally hundreds and hundreds of different combinations, trading setups, and strategies. So it's called ForexDAT, which stands for Dynamic Auto Trader. And we believe it's simply the most sophisticated, the most complete, fully automated, standalone personal Forex trading software in the world. And it's designed to give the average consumer or the average trader the ability to harvest consistent profits from home or on the beach. So what I'm going to do during this presentation, I'm actually going to log in live because the system is trading live right now. And I'm going to log in live, and I'm going to show you what it's doing and what it has done over the last month or so. So this one thing I need to read to you is the disclosure, which we're required to read by the federal government. And it goes like this: trading off-exchange foreign currencies on margin carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The possibility exists that you could sustain a loss of some or all of your initial investment, and therefore you should not invest money that you cannot afford to lose. Be aware of all risks associated with foreign exchange trading. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future or indicative of future results. Seek advice from an independent financial advisor if you have any doubts. Now, so what you have here, by the way, once you go to the website, and if you're your first time on this webinar, you were invited by someone, and that individual has a link, a website that you can go to, and you'll be able to see this information I'm showing you now and a lot more. So back in January 28, 2013, Joseph put $102,000 in his first account, and this account traded with the software. The software traded this account, and by November the 6th, it had earned $21,700. That's a 21.3% return, and you can do the math on that. That's about 4 months. That's over 5% a month. What happens is the system actually has 6 pre-programmed strategies, and when a person gets the software, they choose the strategy that they want, and the system will automatically trade according to that strategy. So account number 2 is strategy number 2. He started with $125,000 in that account on August the 6th, and by November the 6th, it had earned $35,000 or 28%. So if you were to break it down, it averages to about 7% a month. On August the 18th, he had another account with another $100,000 in there. That grew to $120,800 or a 20.8% increase. And, of course, you can do the math on that. It's about 5%. On account number 4, he had $100,000. He put that into the account on February the 18th. By November the 6th, it grew by $43,000 or a 43% increase. And you can do the math on that. Account number 5, it grew by $118,000 or 118%. If you do the math on that, that's close to 10% a month. And then account number 6, you can see the numbers on there. It's 46% return over about, I think that's about maybe nine months. So they're pretty good returns, and we have the returns calculated all the way up to this very day, and we'll make those available for you if you'd like to see them. I can tell you this, the returns are completely consistent. And we'll talk a little bit about how the system does this. And I'm just going to give you just a brief little overview real quick. Now, you're going to be trained on this. You're going to go through the learning curve. And so you're going to understand this as well as I do. When I first got involved and first heard about this from some friends of mine who are professional traders, I didn't know anything about Forex. But over the last, since November the 22nd, I've been learning more and more and more, and I've become pretty efficient with it because of the mentoring that we get. But when it comes to trading, there are 3 main components to foreign currency trading. The first one is the entry. That's how you decide when you're going to make a purchase. The second one is the exit, and that's when you decide when you're going to take your profit out. And the third one is called zone recovery. Zone recovery is what you do when the trade goes against you. Well, what makes our system so consistent is number 3, the zone recovery, because our system has something where it does 5 different techniques to minimize or mitigate the loss, or to cause that trade that goes against you to break even or to make a profit. And you're going to understand this as time goes on, but that component is in each one of the strategies, and that's what allows us to have this consistency in earnings, because we know the system is programmed and it knows what to do when a trade goes in the opposite direction. So, and it's done without emotion, and so it can perform perfectly, unlike humans. All right, now, first thing is that because you were invited on this webinar, you will be able to register with the company for free. What that's going to do is allow you to see the live trading in real time on your own in the comfort of your home as often as you want. So you'll be able to see the system trading live. You'll be able to see the returns that the system is producing, and you can take your time. There's no pressure here, and you can get to see everything for yourself. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm actually going to log into the software and show you some things right now in real time. Now, once you register for free, you're going to download this icon that you can see right here, and this is what's known as the viewer. So these are the non-disclosure agreement and the SEC regulations all included here, and you simply type in here, I agree, in all caps, scroll down, and you click the terms here. So what that does, this brings up this icon, which is where you log in. Now, once you register for free, you're going to get the login and the password information, which will allow you to go in here. But I'm going to go ahead and put it in. And these are all caps as well. And we have multiple strategies. I'm going to start off with strategy number 4. Okay, now I have the live highlighted here, and then I'm going to click on login. Okay, so what you're looking at here, this is the viewer, and it has different tabs with different information there. First thing I'm going to do is click on broker. This is the brokerage account. You remember I mentioned earlier, you open up your own brokerage account. We will recommend the different brokers that we use because our software has to be connected with those brokers. All right? And these are brokers that we screened because they operate best with traders. And we'll explain that to you later. There are some brokerage companies. They're called B traders. B traders trade against you. They watch to see how you trade, and then they go and trade against you because they believe that you don't know what you're doing. You don't want to deal with a broker like that. So any of the brokers that we recommend are not B traders. So you look at this first account here, you see that he has $166,000 in this account. $9,900 is actually being traded right now, and $155,000 is equity that's available in this account that he can withdraw it if he chooses. He has one open position that's being traded right now. This is the Great Britain pound and the Japanese yen. So whenever you're trading, it's one currency against the other. So you're always going to see them in pairs like this. These are called currency pairs. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to look at the working orders. So as you can see here, these are live working orders right now. And the system looks for certain indicators, certain things that are going on within the market, and it lets the software know when that time is right to make that purchase, and it does it automatically for you. All right, so those are the working orders. When you go here where it says open deals, these are deals that are actually open. You can see the details of them, and when you see red right here, what that means is that these are live orders. Live orders. When they close out, they'll close out in green. Okay? Now I want to look at the closed deals. And by the way, there's tutorials on the website that goes through every part of the software. And as you get involved, you want to take your time and read those and listen to those, and that'll help you understand how things work. So let's do this. First thing I'll do, I'll just check the last month. Let's look at the last month. These are all the various symbols, the trading pairs. So we don't know exactly which one of these traded, so I just put them all over there, and we'll check them all. And let's see how this has done over the last month. I'm just going to process this. Okay, so if you remember, this account has $166,000 in there. And this account has earned $7,909. Okay? So I don't have my calculator here. But if you had your calculator, you could do the math on this, and you can see how much this account earned over the last month. Now, I'm just going to do 166. And let's see if I can do this right. All right. So I believe what you have to do, you put the 7909 in first, and then you divide it by the total that was in the account. All right, so it comes out to 4.7%. 4.7%. So that's how much this particular account has generated in earnings over the last month. Okay, let's go ahead and check another one real quick. I'm just going to log out here real quick, and I'm going to log back in. All right. All right, and hopefully my math was correct. If it wasn't, let me know. Okay, so now let's go into one other account here real quick. Let's do, we're going to go into strategy number 5. Okay, in this particular strategy, and by the way, once you register for free, you'll be able to go in here yourself, and you're going to get a tutorial that's going to explain to you all these different icons and what they mean. Okay, so let's go into this one. So this account has $259,000 in this account, and it's a strategy number 5. Now, first thing I know about this account, I know that this account started with $100,000 over a year ago. So that tells you a whole lot right there. But in any event, you can see that $20,000 is being traded right now. And what we want to do is we want to go in and look at the closed deals. Let's just see how this account did last month. So I'll click on last month here and process. And you can see it earned $20,000. So that's a little less than 10%. And so pretty easy to do the math. But one of the things I like about this allows a person to earn money without running a business, without selling anything, without networking, and without working a job. This is pure money on money. And this is what allows us to get into the I quadrant. And that's what it's all about. So as you get in here and you go through the learning curve, you're going to have a confidence because you're going to understand how the system is working basically. Now, it's kind of like driving a car. You don't need to know all the technical details about the car. You just need to have a really good overview of how the car works. And that's what happens here. Now, some people, they're more technical. They want those technical details, and we make those available to you. As much as you want to learn, you can learn, and we'll teach you. So, but if you're not interested in that kind of thing, you just want to know that you can get a good return and that you don't have to know a whole lot. Well, this is the system for you. Okay, great. Let's go back to the slide. Very good. All right, now let's talk about some other aspects of the program. Now, this is one of the aspects that really encouraged me, and this is one of the aspects that makes our program accessible to anyone, even if they don't have any money. We know that a lot of people need something like this, but they may not have the money to get involved. Well, the way the program is set up, it's been set up so that anyone can get involved, even if they don't have one penny, because we have something called an affiliate referral program. When you go and you register on that link of the person who referred you, you're going to register as a free affiliate. No cost. We don't need a credit card, no monthly fees or anything like that. What that's going to allow you to do is to go through the learning curve, and then when you refer someone else to the system, if they purchase the software, you actually are paid a commission. And those commissions start at $300, and they go all the way up to $1,350, even though you haven't paid one penny. In addition to that, the company has a profit-sharing program. We call it Our Trading Club. And the way it works is that every time you make a referral who purchases the software, you get credit in this trading club. The lowest credit that you will get is $300. So just imagine, for example, that you have a couple of credits in this account. So let's say you have $500, $600 in this account, and you let that money stay there the same way we showed you in that example earlier. So the target earnings for this particular account is around 6%. So 5% is really good. Now, by the way, when you're dealing with this kind of thing, you cannot guarantee anybody anything. It's illegal to do so. So we don't do that. We simply just let you look at what we have done in the past and to kind of give you an idea of what you can expect. But there is no guarantee. And so you just imagine you make one sale, you get the commission, and then also you have credit in this trading club. So now the principal doesn't belong to you. It's actually the company's money, but what that principal creates, what it earns, it does belong to you. And as you get on the company webinar, they'll explain this in more detail. So the interesting thing about this, that I've been able to accrue $3,000 in the company trading account. So if you want to do the math on that and do some compound interest on that, that is very significant. And I was able to do it in 80 days. 80 days just referring people who purchased the software. First thing, I earned a commission, which was over the top, completely over the top. And then on top of that, I earned credit in the trading club. And then I purchased the software and funded my account, and I'm earning money on my account as well. So it's 3 separate income sources. So this is what happens once you register. You're going to receive a welcome email. You're going to receive the download so that you can have access to the software here. You're going to receive a replicated website that you'll be able to refer people to, and they can register for the program through you. You're going to receive Getting Started video, and you're going to have access to several videos that are going to explain the system to you. And, of course, the company has training, and then we have training. This team has training. We call ourselves the Wealth Builders, and we're going to help you out as well. Okay, then, of course, we talked about the viewer that you'll be able to download, and you can go in, and the training is going to explain every single part of this. You're going to have complete understanding of everything you see here. Now, so what does the software cost? All right, the software is a one-time $2,900, $2,995, and it comes with 2 years of account monitoring. So this is a license, by the way, and this allows you to use the software. You can connect your brokerage account to the software, choose your strategy. The company will program it, and then you're off to the races. So the account monitoring is where the company keeps an eye on your account to make sure that everything is operating properly, talking about the software now, and so that if it's not, they can help you out and make the adjustments to keep you on the right track. Now, we also have in-house financing. Let's just say, for example, you don't have the $29.95, but you want to get started. Well, you can start with a $595 deposit. That will allow you to get your software license, and you can actually fund that account, and you can start trading. Now, you also will pay $300 a month for 11 months, and this will allow you to have the software right away. Now, it's recommended that you fund your account with about $10,000, but everyone doesn't have $10,000 to fund the account, so you can actually fund your account with as little as $500, and you can start trading. We also have another package called the Star Package. This allows you to get 2 licenses for $49.95 with 5 years of account monitoring each. So you can go that way as well, perhaps partner up with someone to reduce the cost. And then we also have a special, which is on a limited time offer, and these licenses are $37.50, and they come with 10 years of account monitoring. When the company first started, they had founding VIPs, and these founding VIPs were able to get multiple licenses, and some of those licenses are still available. And so this license, you can purchase this from a VIP. Just contact me. I'll let you know who they are, and you can purchase these directly from them. You will pay $37.50, but you will get 10 years of account monitoring, and this account monitoring is worth $15,000. Because the account monitoring is $125 a month. So this is a great value. This doesn't qualify you for commissions, and it doesn't qualify for promotions, however. but you want to consider this because it actually is a very good value. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for tonight. In a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and do a Q&A, answer some questions for you. So what I encourage you to do is to get back with the person who referred you, register for free, start going through the learning curve. And what I did when I first started, I read every word in the website. I watched every video, and then we also have a couple of videos that Joseph did where he does a complete training, which lasts about an hour and a half. Now, normally when he does a training, it costs about $3,500 to be in the room. But the company was generous enough to put a couple of those videos actually on YouTube, so you have access to that. And once you watch those videos, it's going to give you a very good understanding of Forex industry and the strategies behind the technology. It's going to give you a comfort level that's going to make all of this much easier for you. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to open the lines up, and I'm going to answer some questions. All right. So let's just go down. I'm going to go down the row, and let's just start off with Mr. Moore. Okay, Ben, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can, Mark. This is my second time listening to it. I learned something more listening tonight, so I appreciate it.
Excellent, excellent. Did you have any questions or anything for me this evening?
Not at this time. I just like to say thanks a lot. And I got a couple of people that are interested in when the next webinar will be. And is that going to be tomorrow?
Yes. Now, the company webinar, of course, we have one tonight at 9:30, which is the training webinar. Presentation is tomorrow night at 9:30. And these webinars, where I do the Q&A, are Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. So,
okay.
And I'll make sure that I'll make sure that you have the schedule. But on Sunday night and Tuesday night, it's at 8:30. The ones that we do here. On Thursday night, it's at 9:30, and on this Eastern Standard Time. And then on Saturday, it's at 12 noon.
Okay.
And it's highly likely that I'm going to be doing a training webinar. I'll let you know that'll be specifically for training, where we walk people through different things and solve issues and things like that. So we'll let you know when we're going to set that up.
Okay. One question did pop to mind that I was thinking about, if I can present that to you real quick.
Yes, sir.
You did say you could fund the account with as little as $500, but it's recommended $10,000.
That's good.
Do you have any kind of data on people funding it with small amounts and still being able to be profitable?
Okay, and this is a very good question that you're asking, because in foreign currency, when you actually make the purchase, you purchase in different lots, and you're going to understand this. In fact, we have a training webinar. I want you to write this down. Anyone, if you're on the call and you want to learn more about Forex trading, you're going to go to this site. It's called babypips.com, BABYPIPS, and babypips.com. And this site is going to take you an education from elementary school all the way to graduate school. It's going to explain all the ins and outs of foreign currency trading. So this is where you want to start. It's going to take you through some lessons. This is free training. You register, you go through the school, and it's going to walk you right through. Now, one of the things you're going to learn is that in foreign currency, you purchase the currency in lots. So you have a standard lot, and the profit point is something known as a pip. A pip is 1/1000th of a percent. Well, If you purchase in standard lots, each PIP is worth $10. If you purchase account is open, you'll understand how this works. So you have a lot of comfort in utilizing the system.
And basically, you could open an account with $500, but you'd be leveraging with a micro lots, which is a much smaller PIP value, so it'll be a slower growth in profit.
Exactly. Now the percentages will be the same. Percentages of the earnings will be the same, but of course the amount is going to be in proportion to your account balance.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. And so if you're going to start off with a small account, you really want to start with at least $1,000. Although you can start with $500. But you want to try to go ahead and go with $1,000. So what we have folks. What they've been doing is they've been stuff out of the garage and in the attic. They put it on Craigslist, sell that stuff, and fund their account with it. So
Exactly.
it's a lot of different ways to kind of generate that money. And one of the things that we'll be doing later on, I think I may have mentioned it to you earlier. We've got resources that show people how to get unsecured credit. It's not affiliated with this. It's a totally different program, but it's all education. Shows people how to get unsecured business credit, and then you can use that credit for whatever you want. Start a business, fund an account. We've got some other things that we have working also to help people.
Excellent. Thank you very much,
right.
Mark.
You're welcome. Okay, and then we have got Miss Jean. Jean, did you have any questions about what you heard tonight? Jean, can you hear me okay? Oh, here we go. Let's try that again. Okay, Jean, can you hear me okay?
Me?
Yes.
Okay. Ben Moore invited me on this call. I've looked into Forex years and years ago, and I've been looking in recently because they have a lot of platforms out there, and I've been doing a lot of research on it, and had planned it sometime to start trading in it. So I do know a little something about it, and I know that it is making people a lot of money, and I really like this program. I'm also looking into buying penny stocks at some point, but yeah, I do. I like the program. I like what you have to offer. I love what I'm hearing. So soon as I can get situated, I know I'll probably be coming on board also. Yeah.
All right. Well, great. Well, glad you were able to make it on the webinar. One of the things I encourage you to do is to register through Ben's link. That will allow you to become the free affiliate. And then as you, in your travels, you're going to be talking with people. You'll be able to refer people. And it's pretty interesting. You'll be surprised how fast people will kind of gravitate to this and put yourself in an income position. Okay. So And then once we know that you're on the team, I'm going to be sending you some things. Now, by the way that we work is we build through our team members. So one of the things I'll be doing with Ben is I'll be traveling to Atlanta, and we're going to do some large meetings out there.
Right.
And all those folks that we bring in, we're going to put those people in Ben's team.
Oh, okay.
And we can do the same with you. Now, you're in New York, is that correct?
Yes, I've been here for about 5 years, and I will be moving back to Atlanta. That's where I was living.
Okay.
And so I'll be retiring next May, headed back to Georgia. But I should be in Georgia in May also for this year. But I travel.
Okay, great.
I travel there a lot because I have a lot of family and friends there. So.
Okay,
yeah.
well, excellent. Well, congratulations on the retirement, and
Yeah.
definitely look forward to working with you. And you can get my number from Ben. I'm very accessible. Call me at any time. I'm also available to talk to other people on your behalf.
Okay.
And you haven't had the opportunity yet to meet Mr. Al Green and also Greg Wallace. And these gentlemen, they are world-class Forex traders and commodities traders, and these guys are at the top of their game. And so we can talk to anybody at any level of experience.
Mm-hmm.
And so you'll be hearing from them in the near future on the calls, and they're really going to bless you with their experience and their knowledge.
Okay. All right. Love it. All right. Thank you so much. Thanks,
Yep, you're
Ben.
welcome.
Hi, Ben.
Okay. And, we also have another Ben Murray. Ben, can you hear me?
Yes, you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, Ben, I know that you got your software up and running as early as Monday. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Now, in the beginning, it takes a little minute for it to get going, so we try to control people's expectations because a lot of people feel as soon as they get in there, they're going to make these big profits. But how are things going for you so far?
It's working fine. Matter of fact, I see one entry where it closed out with a profit, and it's still working on 3 more orders right now.
Excellent.
Go.
All right, excellent. Are you excited?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Now, I know you have foreign currency experience in the past because you traded on your own. Now, tell me this: what interests you in this software, in this program?
Well, I was in search of an application that would do the trading for me without me being behind the computer for long hours at a time. And so when I said in one of your meetings, that would interest me to get involved.
All right, excellent. Well, we're glad to have you on the team. Looking forward to continue to work with you. And so we have another live meeting on Thursday, by the way. Will you be available this Thursday?
Yes.
Okay, great. And let me know anything that you need to know. You can text me in advance. I'll make sure I'm prepared to help you with those things.
Okay, will do.
All right, thank you so much.
Meeting everybody online.
Excellent. Okay, now we also have got Mr. Bowling. And Ralph, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Can you hear me, Mark?
Yes, sir. How you feeling today?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Mark.
Now, Ralph, would you do us a favor? Would you tell us a little bit about your background? In other words, what you used to do before what you're doing now?
Well, Mark, I spent 25 years in the insurance industry with one of the top 3 companies in this country. And, of course, we had an agency that had thousands and thousands of people insured, and we worked with the auto, homeowners, and life insurance products, and actually in investment products. And so retired out of that company a few years ago, and really totally enjoying life right now. But the amazing thing is the fact that I came across a guy like you, and this rejuvenated me in knowing the fact that there's another life after retirement. And what you're doing here, Mark, is just phenomenal. It is just taking everybody to a whole new level. My account is live, and I'm going to actually fund it tomorrow. And so I'm tremendously excited about the fact of having the opportunity to be able to have fun at this level in my life. We built some retirement advantages throughout the years, but now to be able to take this opportunity and have fun with it is on a totally new level. And I just appreciate the leadership role that you have taken. And for those people on the line who do not know it, Mark Hamlin was the very first person to have the actually open meeting for the company here in Richmond, Virginia. And so the company's out of Arizona, but lots of people came from Arizona to support Mark. And, of course, you know, that made history within itself. And I just applaud you, and I really, really applaud you for your leadership role that you've taken in what this is all about, because here we have an opportunity to use software that will pay off. All we have to do is put the money in, plug, and play, and we're going to make money. And I'm so excited about that because there have been a lot of people who've lost money over the years doing this very same thing. And, folks, if you check out the software in the last year, there has never not been one time that there's been a loss. There's been break-even points, but there's never been a loss. And so, Mark, your leadership is unprecedented and unparalleled, and I'm with you all the way.
Well, thank you so much, Ralph. Now, and Ralph, you have the software for yourself, and you also have the software for some of your family members, right?
Actually, yeah, absolutely. Got it for the wife and got it for the daughter, and so we purchased the VIP package, and of course, you know that VIP package comes with 10 years of benefits. So, hey, we are ecstatic, and there are a lot of perks that go with that benefit. But the thing here is to remember that when you even today, when you purchase that package, that $49.95 package, it comes with so many wonderful perks. So if you're in position and if you're thinking about where you want to come in with this opportunity, come in at the top, ladies and gentlemen, because I can tell you right now, there's nothing like being at the top. The view is absolutely awesome from the top. There's so many options available to you. So, Mark, once again, thank you for giving me that opportunity and exposing me to the benefits of coming in at the top.
All right, but thank you so much, Ralph, man. You're an inspiration in yourself, all on your own, man. Different things you've done, I really appreciate and enjoy working with you. And I do want to say this. It's interesting when you look at the software has not had one losing month. Does it have losing trades every now and then? Yes, it does have losing trades, but they're mitigated. They're minimal trades. But overall, the system has not had one losing month, and that's what we're all looking for, that kind of consistency. So thank you so much, Ralph. I really appreciate you. And we've got Miss Barbara Walker on the line. Let's see if we can hear her. And, Barbara, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, and how are you doing? Did you have any questions or comments about anything tonight?
I feel great, and I feel great about. I think I've met many of you on this line tonight, and yes, as the previous speaker has said, we are privileged to have Mark Hamlin, his talent and his intense passion for what he does, and we'll stick with him, and we'll learn, and we'll go far. I'm glad to be a part of the Forex organization and look forward to further retirement in a great way. So, Mark, we thank you, and look forward to our continuing association and work together in education. So I'm saying hello to everybody. Hey, everybody. Oh, everybody's muted except me.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Thanks,
Well, thank you so much. Thanks so much, Barbara. Your inspiration in yourself, your experience. You've got an extensive background with the NAACP. You're involved in the community. You're an entrepreneur, and you're doing things out there. I really appreciate you. One of the things I like about this business is the caliber of people that we associate and find ourselves around. And I'm going to go ahead and close this out, but I've been trained by Joseph Nemeth on 3 occasions, and we want to get him into your town. We want to host a large meeting into your town, wherever you are. And we're going to be sharing some different ways that you'll be able to kind of expose people to what we have here. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close the call out. Everyone here should have my phone number, which is 804-305-1975. And let me see if I can do this. Let's see if I can do this real quick. There it is. So you may be able to see me. That's my picture there. And if you get on the company webinars, at the very end of the webinar, you see Joseph Nemeth giving somebody a check. That person is me. I earned the first commission check in the whole company, and they honored me by putting me in the presentation that they do. But there's my picture there, and you see my number, 804-305-1975. Feel free to reach out to me. Email Mark Hamlin, HAMLIN 4.0 at gmail.com. All right, so I look forward to talking with all of you again, and everyone have a great evening. Good night now.